So the Irish arrived looking for work. And of course, it wasn't easy for them with the No Irish Need Apply and the Know Nothings and all the groups that discriminated against the Irish. They didn't want them. They didn't want them to work. They didn't want them around them. And many of the coal companies and the railroad companies, they found out that they could fire their higher paid workers, and the Irish were always willing to work, and they could hire them for a lower wage, which then added to the hatred and the discrimination against the Irish. And in the song we did earlier, Letters of Kilkelly, his mother worried that he would work on the railroad because it was terribly dangerous. The construction of that transcontinental railroad across our country changed the face of our world for our country. When you think about it, 2,000 miles through untamed land. The Native Americans, the weather, the drinking, the gambling, the things just that people did to take up time when they weren't working. It was awful. They say that there was an Irishman buried under every tie of the railroad that was laid. When they started that 2,000 miles, they say the snows in the Sierra Nevadas were 18 feet deep between 1846 and 1847, and the immigrants actually burrowed underneath them and lived to stay out of the cold and the wind. And a trip before to go across our country before the railroad was laid was over $1,000, and it took 5 to 6 months to do. The railroad changed it all. $150 in 5 days, and you could go clear across our country. And the Irish had a major part in doing it. 1841, I put my corduroy breeches on, I put my corduroy breeches on to work upon the railway. 1842, I left the old wood for the new, bad luck that brought me through to work upon the railway. Filly-o-me-o-re-ay, 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 to work upon the railway. We left Ireland who come here, spend the latter days in cheer. The bosses, they drink strong beer, work upon the railway. Boss's name, it was Tom King, he kept the store to rob the man. A Yankee clerk with ink and pen, a cheap hat on the railway. Filly-o-me-o-re-ay, 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 to work upon the railway. That lays him down to sleep, the wiry bugs around him creep. The divil a bit, poor Pat sleep to work upon the railway. 1843, I met Miss Biddy McGee, an elegant wife she'd been to me while working on the railway. Filly-o-me-o-re-ay, 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 to work upon the railway. Filly-o-me-o-re-ay, 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 to work upon the railway. 1841, I put my corduroy breeches on, I put my corduroy breeches on to work upon the railway. Filly-o-me-o-re-ay, 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 to work upon the railway. So then the railroads and the coal mines are where the Irish found work. And even the copper mines up in the UP. Do you know, they say when the immigrants were coming off Ellis Island, the copper companies from Calumet had representatives in New York City to get the immigrants to go to our UP. And if you've ever been to Calumet and Laurium there, the unbelievably beautiful, majestic Catholic church there that was built at the turn of the century in 1900 or 1898. They said if you ever get up there, go through the church. The architecture is beautiful. And all those copper companies, those men, when they built that church, expense they didn't care about because they wanted to recreate the beautiful churches of Europe to get those immigrants up there to feel at home. And so the Irish went to work in the mines. And in Pennsylvania, where they most notably settled, the treatment that they received from the owners of the mining companies was unbelievable. And there to protect those Irish immigrants, the ancient order of Hibernians re-emerged. And even within that Catholic society, some even more secret societies emerged, the Molly Maguires, who were set about to protect the Irish immigrants from the coal mining owners that many times charged outrageous fees for basic supplies at the company-owned stores. And men would stand in line and receive their check and then go to another line and many times owe more than they were paid for the bills that they incurred. So the Irish didn't have it real easy. And there's a wonderful song that comes out from Paddy Raglan. I'm a working man. It's a working man I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again will go down underground. I'm a working man, I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again will go down underground. At the age of 16 years, he quarreled with his peers, and he swears there'll never be another one. In the dark recess of the mind, where you wait before your time, and the cold dust lies heavy on your lungs. I'm a working man, I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again will go down underground. At the age of 65, I pray to God I'm still alive, and the wheels above the mines no longer whine, and they finally close the hole where for years we clawed for coal. Never again I'll go down underground. There we go. I'm a working man, I am, and I've been down underground, and I swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of swear to God if I ever see the sun over any length of time, I can hold it in my mind, and I never again will go down underground. No